Hey guys, Mark Robinson, your host of the Wealth Rewrired podcast, and I hope you've been enjoying the last couple of, I hope you've been enjoying everyone, right? But I've really felt that, the last 4 or 5 episodes, we've been really honing in on, we're talking about your future self and stuff. And I've even mentioned a little bit about, this future self bot that I've been creating, and, it's how powerful it's been for me on all areas of my life. And we are gonna launch it in 2026, guys. I'm really excited for it. And it really helps, right? And there's a lot of the stuff that we're talking through these episodes as to the tool. And we've had a number of people reach out and go, Mark, when is that bot? What are you talking about? Look, I'll share that more, right? But today's episode is on a topic called quantum focus, right? And this is the skill that makes you unstoppable. I want you to understand that it's important to have, everything is not just about the strategy. It's not just about the purchase of the asset, creating cash flow, creating assets, all this sort of stuff. It's 80% of it is all about the inner work, the quantum fields that we talk about, the things we say to ourselves, everything, right? The mindset, everything like that. And it's really comes into, the basis and the foundation of what we need to do in this space. Yeah. Because I can tell you right now, the brain's reticular activity system, RAS, right? And it's this one that shows you how to shape your wealth, right? So the RAS filters out 99% of reality and only shows you what matches your dominant thoughts. It filters out 99% of reality and only shows you what matches your dominant thoughts, right? So if you focus on problems, your RAS will deliver more problems. If you focus on opportunity, it finds that too. Yeah. It filters out 99% of reality and only shows you what matches your dominant thoughts, right? Wealthy people deliberately program their RAS with future focused goals, not past focused fears. And yeah, I can see it all the time. And this is again, this is why I built this future bot, right? I genuinely believe that the only person that can hold you responsible is you, right? And no one more than your future self, because that's the person that he wants. Like, if you don't become that person, they don't exist, right? So what do? Yeah. You literally will see more opportunities when your RAS is tuned to abundance. This is why I love my beautiful wife, right? She is so in tune with that, right? She helps people tune into, right, their abundance, right? To know that everything is possible, to get rid of money blocks. And, she utilizes the Reiki that, she's a grandmaster in money Reiki, right? It's important to understand this stuff because most people don't have a money problem. They have an intention problem, yeah, or a money system problem or a money mindset problem, right? And this is why divided attention kills momentum. And this is like, and I am so guilty of this, right? I'm getting better and better and better at it, right? But by switching tasks consistently, it burns brain energy and it destroys performance. And look, I know that. I am so used to having multiple tabs open. And in fact, I've now got multiple desktops, right, open because I wanted to try and get some clarity around certain tasks. So I will have, here's my main one, and then I'll swipe over and in my desktop 2, that's where all my creative stuff happens. Desktop 3 is where all the banking stuff that we've launched happens. And then, blah, blah, blah. I've only got 4, right? But what I've noticed is on every 4, I've now got at least 10 tabs open, right? So what I thought would fix the problem, right, I've just actually compounded it. Yeah, it does make me get focused on that particular desktop, but at the same time, if I need to focus on one task at a time, get it done, move on. Yeah. And again, that's been helping your brain, I don't know about you, but Remember when I was growing up, right? I used to work in a financial institution, and I'd come home and I'd be buggered, right? And my brother he was a laborer, right, on a farm, so he worked way harder than I did. And he couldn't understand that, how I could be tired without doing actual manual labor. And I wasn't physically tired, I was mentally tired, right? And I think, to be fair, I personally, I thought that was worse because mentally I couldn't friggin' do anything, right? Right? Physically I could, but mentally I'm going, couldn't be bothered, yeah? Does that make sense? Yeah? So one focus ritual that will help rewise your productivity in 7 days, right? I'm going to give you this thing, right? It's one ritual that rewires your productivity in 7 days. So the ritual creates a start signal for the brain telling it, we're building wealth now, right? And rituals aren't just for wizards and witches and, pagans and all that sort of stuff, guys. This is about putting small rituals every day, right? Whatever you want to call it, habits. You pick your language, right? What works for you. But rituals reduce friction because your body knows what happens next. Yeah. I think a really good way that I'm doing at the moment, guys, is when I'm on my growth days and my health side of things, I'll always cold plunge first, right? Then work out, right? Then breathe, right? In my recovery days, what I'll do is I'll just go work out, whatever that session may be. Then I'll go hot sauna, then cold plunge, magnesium pool, right? In that order. Yes, I shower in between, people. Right? But my body knows the steps that it's going to go through, right? And it's really starting to take shape, which is fantastic, right? Because I can tell you right now, even elite performers have rituals to enter flow, right? And that includes athletes, CEOs, investors, right? The brain loves consistency. The same ritual equals faster focus, right? And when you ritualize focus, you eliminate procrastination. And I'm a master, or have been, right? Watch the languaging. I have been a master of procrastination, and I'm getting better and better and better of overcoming it. Yeah, it still creeps in, but like I said, it's that old self, right? That he loved procrastination. Yeah. So how do you avoid energy leaks that cost you thousands? I can tell you right now, energy leaks come from unmade decisions, unresolved emotions, and unmanaged boundaries. Like I'm not the best. I've never been an expert at it, but I'm getting better at saying no. Here's my boundaries, right? I don't appreciate this, or not yet, or no, I'm good. Thank you for your time, right? Or unresolved emotions. I used to not like it when I would have to confront my wife or my kids or them or they up me, right? But I find that if I hold it in, I used to explode, right? And that's not the person I want to be. Nowadays, I resolve my emotions as fast as I possibly can, and I do it in a much calmer way these days, and it just feels better for everybody. Yeah, does it make sense, guys? And the other thing too, right, whether it's emotions or tasks, right, every unfinished task, it drains your mental bandwidth until it's closed, right? If you haven't closed it off, well, it's almost like Big Bang Theory, right? Sheldon, he has to finish a task, otherwise it drives him absolute bonkers, right? And yeah, so I know he's actually onto something, right? Get it closed, clear your mental bandwidth, and move on, right? People links, right? The conversations you avoid, the people you tolerate, the obligations you never decline. These energy leaks are costing you thousands of dollars. Could even be your environment, right? Whether it's clutter, noise, notifications, messy workplace spaces. And it's making me laugh because literally forgot to turn off my phone, and there's a ton of notifications coming through it just as we're talking about that. Yeah. Emotional leaks, right? And that could be fear loops or overthinking or replaying past mistakes. All right. And sometimes actually spending too much in the future as well, right? You can start wishing your life away. I've done that before. A really good movie. Well, actually, the movie itself's not that great, right? But there's a movie out there called Click. right? It's got Adam Sandler in it. The concept behind it is incredible, right? And incredibly powerful. He basically gets a remote control for his life, and he gets to, fast forward all the bits he doesn't like. Yeah. But just like AI these days, it gets programs into, what he was fast forwarding, and, he starts to fast forward literally his whole life. Yeah. Don't worry. That's not the whole, I didn't give away the whole, plot and what have you. Totally worth watching, right? If you are someone who, is wishing they were wealthy already or wishing their day away. And, I said this in an episode just recently. The one tool that's really bringing me back to present all the time is these two questions, right? What time is it? Now. Where are you? Here. Yeah. Those two questions always are now bringing me back into the present, right? So let's look at future self-focusing, right? Let's lock onto the identity you're building, right? And again, this is why we've built this future self bot, right? So that you can actually really get into yourself, what it is you want. We actually do the 2 data points, right? Well, there's quite a bit of data points, but they basically focus on where you are now and where you want to be, right? The type of person you want to be on all levels of your life, and where you are now, all levels of your life, right? And this is how you can lock into the identity that you're building, because your brain needs a clear target, and your future you is that target, right? Because when you imagine future you daily, your decisions naturally shift upwards. That makes sense, right? When you imagine your future you, right, every single day, imagine it, right? Your decisions naturally just shift on what do you need to do there now. So, and again, right, I don't know, I love my health as um, the example or the analogy or whatever it is, because I've always, I've gotten really fit over time, then I put weight back on, and then really fit and fat, da 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 da. Now I'm just taking it one step at a time, because I'm talking to my future self. What did I do every day? Well, you just started small. You just did this. This is all you did. And then once you did that, you did this, then you did that. Okay, cool. And bang, 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 bang. I know exactly what I need to do this week to make that small improvement. I know what I have to do next month to make that small improvement, right? Because I'm focused, still here, right? I'm not wishing myself in the future, right? Where are we? Here. What time is it? Now, right? But by future pacing at the same time, it's working really well, right? It doesn't matter where you are, right? You when you start doing this, right, it interrupts old identity loops, right? And it creates new neural pathways. And this is a real key here. You want to start to let go of your old self, right? And you could even do a ritual. You could do a letter to your old self and say, hey, it's time to go. I love you. You serve me, but I need to move on, right? And write yourself a letter. Yeah. Does that make sense? Yeah. By having your future self in the top of mind, right? That clarity, it helps you say no faster and yes smarter. Yeah. No faster. Yes, father. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Yes, smarter, right? You make wealth caliber decisions when you're acting as the person you're becoming. Yeah. So here's your task, guys, of the episode. Hope you've been enjoying the task that I've been giving you. I really love the format. I'll be trialing it out. And I think this is going to be something that's going to be, in all these sorts of Wealth Rewired podcasts moving forward. Right. We will be doing some interview ones as well. Remember, in 2026, I've got a bunch of really special guests who I believe have strategies that are Wealth Rewired grade. Yeah. So here's a 10-minute quantum focus ritual. Do this daily for 7 days. If you like it, keep doing it. If it doesn't fit you, change it, make it sit you. Make it sit you, suit you. Yeah. So step 1, I want you to sit down with a blank piece of paper, no screens, no noise, no people, right? Right at the top of the piece of paper, what does future me want me to focus on today? What does future me want me to focus on today? And then just dump out everything in your mind. Tasks, emotions, fears, opportunities, absolutely everything. I really want you to clear the clutter, right? and then circle the one thing that moves your wealth forward. Not 5, not 3, 1. That's it, right? Just one, right? And then spend 10 minutes on it immediately, right? You start to create that momentum the second you start, not when you finish. And if you do this daily, you'll build more wealth momentum in 1 week than most people will build in a year. Okay? So I hope you enjoyed these episodes, guys. I'm loving that I'm giving you some homework to do. All right, but hey, you don't have to do it. It's totally up to you. But yeah, hope you're enjoying it. As always, click the like button, subscribe, share with your friends and family. And if you've got any comments or questions, put them in the comment box and we'll always answer it. Bye for now.